We've not been able to resolve the matter at this stage, but I will report back to the State President. I can just say that the government is committed to an honourable recognition of the position of the Zulu King and Kingdom in a new constitutional dispensation. There are restrictions and limitations, but we are committed to that, and we will do everything in our power to try and get that about.
The matter has been discussed, with frankness in the couple of hours that we've been together, and although we have not reached any solution, or that a solution is not really in sight so far, but I think all of us agree that we approach the matter with a certain degree of optimism, because we realize that it's a matter that has to be resolved. Speaking not as Prime Minister to His Majesty, but also as President of the IFP, I realize that what a quandary the matter presents me with, because in the first place, if the matter of the King is not resolved, even if all the amendments now that we want made to the Constitution go through, if, as His Majesty stated to the President, that he will not recommend to his subjects, of which I'm one, that there should be participation in the elections, I think it compounds that problem, because even as President of the IFP, if, as far as the IFP is concerned, matters are resolved, but if the King's matter is not resolved, we'll still be in square one. So the matter is quite serious, actually, not just for us, but for the country as a whole.
The leader who played a key role in making all this possible.
We have reached agreement this morning between the government and the National Party, the KwaZulu government in Inkatha, and the African National Congress, which will result in the participation in the election on the scheduled dates from the 26th to the 28th of April of the Inkatha Freedom Party throughout the country. The agreement also encompasses the amendment of the Constitution in two respects with regard to the Kingdom of KwaZulu, and Parliament will be called together in all probability on Monday to consider those amendments. The agreement further entails that there will be a mediation process after the election. This agreement, I believe, removes one of the last main causes for tension and violence in the Republic of South Africa, to also help us cross this last and important.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Inkatha Freedom Party's Central Committee decided at a meeting on Sunday, the 17th of April, to contest the elections at the national and provincial levels if amendments to the Constitution could be made to secure the Kingdom of KwaZulu and the future of His Majesty the King of the Zulus as a constitutional monarch. The decision of the Central Committee was further made conditional upon the final formulations for provisions for the existence of the Zulu Kingdom and the role of His Majesty being agreed to through mediation. Provinces will be encouraged to adopt in their own search for provincial constitutional futures.
This agreement is a leap forward for peace, reconciliation, nation building, and an inclusive